Just in case you missed the live stream on my channel, King David Lone Wolf Podcast, this is going to be a less refined version of that video. And I'm not going to go all the way, but your boy might crash out a little bit. Listen, man, women are crying all over social media, want you to come back. See, gentlemen, women, they cry in code, all right? You got to understand the modern woman is ooh, feel that's part of the web. The modern woman is the replacement. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, she can't show any weakness. She can't show any signs of retreat or submission. But they cry in different ways. Listen to me. When these modern women are crying online, their crying looks like the form of then maybe archetype. This is what I mean by, hold on, turn the Wi-Fi on. I'm trying to make sure the video is high of quality as possible, so I'm near my house. So there's gonna be a lot of traffic driving by. Okay, the modern woman, in no kind of way, can let you know that she is deeply turned on and aroused by how you move and what you do, because what you do and what you say goes completely against all of the ideology that this woman has put out online, man. So she can't say that what you are and who you are turns her on, because she's made a big deal about the kind of men that you represent, being a bad guy and this, that, and the third. But deep down, see, a bad boy and like a bad person are two different things. Like, you can have a wild side to you. Having a wild side to you is what they consider being like a bad boy type. You know what I mean? And they like that side of you, right? They don't want to admit it, but they do. They like that you don't take anything from them, and they want to tell you this, but they know that it goes against everything that they're saying online or they've said online. But here's the thing: we know to watch what women do and not listen to what they say. Come on, we already know that. So we know you're going to be online trying to promote yourself the best way that you can. It's fine, right? But we know the truth. This bothers them. They don't want to have to approach. They've had it so good for so long. They've forgotten that it's supposed to be mutual. We're not supposed to be chasing them down like we're dogs in heat. And a lot of men have lost sight of that, right? And other males, will drink these women's bath water. So, the problem is they're not getting the guys they want. That's the problem. So when you see them lashing out on social media, talking about where are the guys at, and all guys are this or that and a third, listen, they're upset. They're pissed off. They don't like the fact that no one's paying them any attention anymore. No one's giving them any free attention. So, hey, what's going on, Jenny? How's it doing? How you doing? How you living? They don't like that. You know what I'm saying? Just talking about, the women that be complaining about men on social media, how they're really upset because they can't get the men that they want. Unfortunately for them, men have woken up, and you can't just put on some mascara, makeup, a filter, a wig, and then try to act like you're better than me and can judge me. That's not going to work anymore. And comparing me to options that they don't even want is wild behavior, because a woman will be like, I got so many options. Well, I understand, but you don't want none of them, right? So if you want me, then those options shouldn't be compared to the only suitor or the only guy that you really are interested in. But, it is what it is. I hope you feel better. Hope you get better. Hope things get better. I'm doing fine. I have no complaints. Not trying to sound shady or nothing like that. But yeah, I'm doing fantastic. Doing great. Trying to walk off some of this food so I can go live on TikTok. But if not, and I'm still like food gutted out, I'll just go ahead and go live from a desk on TikTok or one of these YouTube channels. Probably this one. I hope things get better. I hope that you know, I know things will get better. And remember, whatever you're going through, it's just a moment in time in your great journey of life. So, don't let it overcome you or make you feel like it represents who you are as a person. It doesn't, man. It's just a face. These mosquitoes out here are savage. Savage. But here's the thing about it, these women, these females, they are attracted to you and they don't want to be. So I've said this before, I'm going to say it again. They're upset by they're upset about a bunch of different things, but they're mainly upset about how they find you to be attractive and they don't want to. Okay? Like women, they another world, but they say they don't want to be attracted to an archetype like yourself, and when they find you attractive, it bothers them, and then for some reason they feel like because it bothers them that they should go ahead and let you know how they feel. It's wild. It's wild. It's you know so you got to kind of know how women move, but more importantly, I'm gonna need for y'all to understand that whatever they say to you, like I just said on my other channel, King David Lone Wolf Podcast, they like you. If they're hating on you, they like you. If they're watching you repeatedly and coming up with new ways to try to get under your skin, they like you. Period. You know what I'm saying? Uh, okay. Okay. Well, all prayers to you. Hope things get better. You know what I'm saying? I can't do anything about that, but again, all prayers to you. Hope things get better. Outside of that, you know, God be with you. But try your best not to interrupt the chat. You don't feel like you're trolling and stalking me. Okay, I don't want to feel that way. I want to feel like you're sincere, and you wouldn't use a situation like that just to get attention from a stranger on YouTube. You know what I'm saying, bro? They're doing more than that. There are women that go on vacations with each other. See, let me tell you something about my ex-wife. Do you know to this day she never even admitted to cheating? She got pregnant by a whole nother man within a year. Never got pregnant by me. Well, I made sure of that. I was going to make sure of that. But got pregnant within a year and never admitted to cheating. Just never did. Never did. Maybe she will now that the divorce paperwork is finalized. But, dude, if you think that she stole money from me for taxes and stuff like from taxes, just to go upstate to just be gone for 36 days and do nothing, right? Come on, man. Come on. She did me so dirty, she didn't even want to talk about it, bro. Like, that's the reason why she just gave, like, bro, listen, what woman that don't want nothing, in alimony? Man, she knew she did me so dirty. She didn't want no karma from it. She just let me walk away. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, bro, like, and you know, when they go on vacations with their friends out of state, especially overseas, and sometimes not even like that, just out to the club, they're making out, man. They're getting it in the car. They're getting it in the car before going in. I've had girlfriends talking about, oh, and they do it like this. They'll talk about it so casually, like, yeah, me and my homegirl got drunk and we started making out, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? What? Like, you know what I'm saying? What? Like, then what? You know what I'm saying? What happened next? They don't want to talk about it, man. because that making out was a lot of carpet munching. It's a whole lot of what I'm saying, deep sea diving. It was a whole lot of crunching and munching. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let's see what's going on. That's probably possibly. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But what I do know is this, right? Women are highly upset at how men are moving. And, they're lashing out on social media. Listen, I'm going to be real. I never thought it was going to get this bad where first women say, we're tired of men, leave us alone, everything that you do gets on our nerves. Then we leave you alone, right? And now they're like, y'all are weird. Y'all will see us. This is how crazy they are. This is what they do. They'll be like, y'all will see us. You'll make eye contact. You'll do all these signals. This is in this woman's head. No one has said anything to her out loud. No one. And she'll be like, you know what I'm saying? You guys will be seeing me. And this is how they talk online. These guys will see me. I'm out in line in the store making eye contact. They're looking at me. I'm looking at them. And then they all just walk off like they didn't see me being all fine. Like, how dare guys? Like, what's wrong with them? Weird, dude. Weird as hell. Nothing you can do about it, man. I'm telling you, man. I didn't know it was gonna get this bad, man. They don't have no shame, in my opinion. It is crazy. Or maybe like what you're saying, is so full of shame that nothing phases them. I mean, I don't know what it is, man. Hang on for a second, y'all. Yeah, y'all. Bear with me. Bear with me. Okay, we're back. Oh, because they got feelings. Yeah, man. You know it. You know what I'm saying? They feel like, what I'm saying, you're gonna probably try to control them or something. But I'm gonna tell you, dude, like, my encounters with them nowadays is the trauma from their previous relationships make them so scared to date, and then they'll project it onto you. And the way a man heals after a breakup and the way women heal are two different things, apparently, because afterwards we're just more cautious but still vibrant, what I'm saying, full of life. Women say all the time that I have this like childlike nature or innocent side to me, and I've been to war twice, combat arms units, man, in the army. It doesn't, I don't let things, tear my soul. Whereas women, when they go through trauma and heal, they carry it with them. So like a man will just have better boundaries, whereas a woman will do like what I was saying on the other channel. They will self-sabotage. They'll have good men in front of them and they'll make this archetype in their head of what they think to be the best guy. And they'll have all these different great men that are presented to them because of social media, but then they'll also use social media to self-sabotage and end up with nobody because they're looking for that 100% guy or 110% guy instead of like an 80, 85, possibly 90. No, they want 100%. And with all the options and all the flirting, see, women don't have the mechanism in them like men do, where if we have a really hot chick out of our league flirting with us, we know that we will still smash, we will still do certain things to get to the smashing, but we won't ever think that we're on her league. A woman will get smashed out by some, Giga Chad or Royal Ride Tyrone and then think that, okay, this is my level now. And so all these other guys, no, man, no, it doesn't compute with them because this is why the Chads and Tyrones always fool them. Women love attention and compliments. And if it's from a guy that other women won't, because women love to compete, especially with each other, then they're going to go for him, right? No, it's not the Chad's fault. Trust me, man. I have a lot of guys using me as an archetype of a Chad. So I'm not blaming the Chads for doing what they do. You never hear me ever talking about whoever the guy was that my ex-wife um used, because that's what it was, used to get out of the situation. It doesn't matter. I never bring him up. He doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if he's the guy that got her pregnant. What does it matter? All he did was show me that she's for the streets. And once she goes back to the streets, there she shall stay. I'm not having anything to do with a woman that's a cheater or cheated on me. And I don't care who the dude is. You know what I'm saying? The Chads are important, just like the alphas are important. The betas are important too, because if she has some simp orbiter, then you know that she likes to keep these guys around for her eventual possible retirement plan. So then she's just out having a good time with you. She has the providers that she's planning on settling down with later on after she has one or two kids. So all these guys like serve a great purpose. That's why you want a woman with very few men friends. You want her to have plenty of women friends, but you want to vet her social circles, because women need um, different groups to keep a healthy mental state. Otherwise, man, they get weird if they start trying to be lone wolves and stuff like that. They start becoming I don't want to say the word, but it's going on, bud. But Andy, I think it's Andy. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want them getting weird. So you want them to continuously be interacting, but you want them to be good social circles. You want to check out her mom, see how her mom is, and you want to see if the dad's in her life. If the dad's not some kind of male figure in her life, like these are the things that you want to look for, man. Absolutely. Absolutely. If you don't ask these questions or look for these things, she's going to cover things up. You could be dating the town 304 and not even know it, because she'll either move out of town or you're out of town, and you'll never run into any of the dudes. And if you did run into the dudes, or she knew you was going to, she's gonna already tell them, hey, don't let him know I'm trying to settle down with this one or whatever. And dude gonna be like, yeah, of course, as long as I can still get, and she gonna be like, yeah, of course, of course. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. So since we know this, man, we're moving accordingly. And they're mad that we know, and they're on social media like, yo, like, it's just liberation, dude. What's the big deal? It's just us getting around the way that men get around. What's the big deal? What's the big deal? Okay, listen. Can we stop for 1 second acting like what men want and what women look for are the same thing? They're not the same thing. You want protection and security. You want a leader in every sense of the word. Like, so you want someone that's going to take care of you, lead you and the kids, and also lead you in the bedroom. To be a leader in a bedroom, you have to gain experience. The only way to gain experience is to do the do. You know this. And also, women like to go after the guy that all women want. And all women normally want a certain guy that handles his business in the bedroom. You see what I'm saying? So you can't have it both ways. This road is messed up. I'm going to stop right here. Absolutely. Absolutely, bro. They don't want you to be a leader of anything, man. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to be the leader of the house. They don't want you to have the traditional stance of anything. And they're wondering why we're walking away. They're wondering why we don't pay them any attention. You know what I'm saying? The disrespect has to stop. You know what I'm saying? Block freak. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Well, they've been slowly working, God out of the schools and things of that nature. Y'all been seeing that. And they've been slowly replacing, what you should be pledging allegiance to, you know, under God, to, what I'm saying, the rainbow in the sky. You know what I mean? Reading rainbow. However, I need to say it without getting flagged. You know what I'm talking about. So one thing we can do is teach our kids to notice it when they see it. Like my son can see an agenda a mile away. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's fresh. They lost it then. It's been getting worse to what it seems like. within the past 20 years. And it's even the past 10 to 3 to 4 accelerated. It's done gotten to full out degeneracy. I don't want to say the word, but dare I say, they're degenerates, man. And I am disgusted. And I'm not talking about just women. I mean, the guys that are doing it with them too. If you're not in your 20s and you're out here in this pool acting like you don't have any sense as a male, you're a fool. The guys in their 20s are so horny, man. They're going to take the risk. Russian roulette with their royal rides, whatever. They got to get some experience. So I just tell them to wrap it up, take a shower afterwards. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to tell a man what to do. I never do that. And the last thing I can do is tell a young guy not to get out there and bust those nuts. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell him not to do that because I did. And I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I'm just going to say, hey, listen, be careful. You know what I mean? The women are out here getting it in more than you, and you don't know it. You need to wrap it up. You need to be careful. You need to be selective. If she's super hot and she's trying to get with you, don't. Exit stage left. Don't. She's trying to give you something, the gift that keeps on giving, and she's having a bust down moment, and you think that you're having a lucky night. Don't do it to yourself. You know it's out of your league. You know it's falling into your lap too easily, and they're trifling nowadays because she might say something crazy like, "Oh, nobody will believe you. I'm me and you're you." Got to be careful. They're trifling as hell. They've really taken on the energy of the men that used to take them to Pound Town. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. I'm being real. I've heard crazy stories, and I'm just going off. And see, what I'm not going to do is make it seem like I know this to be a fact. Fact. I'm going off of horror stories I've heard and just the energy I'm seeing. Mainly the energy I'm seeing with the stories I'm seeing online of like, they're either satire or they're real of like dudes running up on the girl like, you burned me. You know, I got the germ. And then she's just sitting in the bed like scrolling through her phone like, well, what? For all I know, you burned me. And I'm like, reverse psychology in a moment like that? Oh my God, playing with the man's life. I can't. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, these guys out here raw dogging the cheeks or, licking the plate clean with women they don't know it's crazy to me. It's I'm gonna tell you, it's giving me you get what you deserve. It's like, yo, you get what you deserve, man. You over here licking the plate clean, you licking the plate, dude. Like you don't even know this woman, and guys aren't like giving. Women are trying to mess with you before you start asking too many questions. I've noticed, especially with nurses, I start asking questions. I start turning them off. I'm like, oh, when's your last actual encounter? And you know what I'm saying? They start trying to play with words. And I'm like, oh, you think because you have a degree, you can play with me? Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be like, like, no, no. Explain to me what you mean by that. And then when they say stuff like, oh, most everybody has, what I'm saying, the bug. And you be like, well, a whole lot about that stat specifically. And I don't feel comfortable. You know what I mean? Like with you knowing that much about some people just carry it and don't show it. Are you one of those? I'm a nurse. I know everything. Yeah. You start asking her questions about other stuff, and she's not as well versed. I don't really play around. I like asking questions. I like pausing. I like, letting them think. I don't, because a lot of people will say, listen, man, everybody's trying to get something from you. We're all energy exchanging with each other. That's what life is. But you want to make sure it's consensual and the person is not trying to fool you or think that they have fooled you. But sometimes you play the fool, let them speak and let them run their mouth and do what they do. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of rebranding going on. So if you're not careful, you're going to have one of these nurses or lawyers or content creators out here that maybe probably don't have an STI or anything like that, but they got a rack of bodies and they don't know how to act. and they will treat you like, I'll just get another one. They're really in some masculine energy. So you have to be extremely careful, y'all. Gentlemen, I wouldn't lie to you. You know, I'll tell you a joke, but I never tell you a lie. Seriously. Seriously. Them nurses, man, you know, you got to be careful. Well, you know what you're doing when you're messing with a nurse. Just ask her certain questions, man, to see, you know, if she's like giving herself some self care, nursing herself. You know what I mean? Like just ask questions or whatever. But you know what you're risking when you're messing with one. Period. And I'm not talking to the guys that are married to them. Like, you know who you're married to. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking to y'all. But look, y'all. I'm not going to hold y'all too much longer. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. Ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you. If you like what you're seeing, make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe, join the tribe, and drop some comments, man. You know, ladies, I talk to y'all too whenever y'all speaking respectfully. Even if you disagree, if it's respectful, we're good. I don't disrespect you, so don't disrespect me. You know, it's all love here. We're just, you know, out here, energy exchanging. We want to make sure that we're being respectful to each other because we're not making no one do anything. Okay? We're not forcing anyone to do anything. We're not oppressing anyone. You're not subjugated to watch this content at least once a day by law. So, you know, let's keep it respectful. You can disagree, and I'll respect the fact that you disagree. But what we're not going to do is start gaslighting. Don't send emojis of you laughing at your own joke or your own sarcasm. Don't do that. Don't play around, okay? You know, say what you have to say straight out and keep it trucking, okay? Let's not do any of that extra stuff that women like to do, you know, whenever they want to be kind of shady and whatnot. Like, it's just, that's not. You know what I'm saying? How about, you know what I'm saying, we don't and we say we did, you know? How about that? You know what I mean? So, anyway, y'all, I appreciate y'all. I'll be back on here shortly after I cook something for my son. Um, I'm about to start rolling content on here left and right again. The NARC channel is back up. Gentlemen, I had to get rid of the court case I had going on in the background for divorce, and my son just got healed up enough to be able to walk around. So, had things going on. But we're back better than ever. And the channel needed, you know, a little bit of time. I was getting flagged left and right for stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, had let that stuff go and let the channel kind of simmer a little bit. You know what I mean? You got to ride the wave, man. You got to know how the flow goes. So let's get this going. So when you see a video pop up, whether it's a reaction video, it's going to be mostly live streams, y'all. So when you see it, it's going to be live streaming like we used to do it, mostly live streaming. However, I got a little razzle dazzle for you. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm like a modern day Doctor Who, baby. You know what I'm saying? Look, for you guys that are Who fans, Whovins or whatever, I used to love that show back in the day, man. When I was younger, I used to watch it all the time. It's just like, you know, it wasn't about him being a time traveler or living all that length of time. It's just about how he always figures things out. Never worries about anything, just uses his mind to figure things out, man. You know what I'm saying? Just like Iron Man and stuff like that. I got some brand new motivation, man. I'm back watching my old shows. I had to stop watching content. And, you know, that's one of my shows right there. And just thinking his way through everything, never letting anything bother him, having a swag about him, rizzing up the chicks all the time. If you haven't watched Doctor Who, and I would advise that you watch, I never thought that anybody would do it better than, I think it's David Tennant. But the man after him, I forgive me for not remembering his name, but he went later on to make some movies that, you know what I'm saying, he was so good at being Doctor Who. Like, if you guys are, you know, real Who fans, you know that David Tennant was like, he was the one, dude. But then I forgot his name, man. But that dude was doing it too, man. He was a good replacement. Anyway, y'all, I'm ranting, but listen, that's what we do over here, right? We're just brothers talking, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know, got my sisters over here. We just talking. We're not out here putting out information like somebody that has a job or works for the government. We're just conversating, having discussions. You know what I'm saying? Little banner back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Little wit. You know, it's fun. It's fun. You know what I mean? Who you say he's a munch? Who's a munch? What's going on here? I got under control. You know, I appreciate you showing up, Rose. I appreciate that energy. You know, I'm going to be getting back on here podcasting later on from the desk. It's going to be some reaction videos, so I hope you guys enjoy. It's going to be some different stuff. I'm going to take it a little bit further since they were flagging my videos anyway. I'm going to react to some different stuff. So anyway, y'all, appreciate y'all. Smash the like. 30 minutes right on time. You know what I'm saying? Share the live stream. You know what I mean? Your boy's back better than ever. I'm single. You guys have never seen me in single energy. A lot of what I had to do was cover up certain things so that my ex wouldn't try to get alimony. Now, even though she's the one that did all that stuff in the wrong or whatever, these women are still crazy. They're still trying to punish you. So luckily she had a moment of going to God after having her kid in wedlock, not by me. And then I guess when a woman has a baby, maybe it changes her, makes her look at life differently, which got her off my ass, and she didn't want any negative karma, so she didn't ask for any alimony. So now your boy can. You're gonna notice my channels. Everything I do is it's an energy, y'all. I'm trying to, because a lot of y'all be like, oh, this guy's on this cuckoo stuff. The cuckoo stuff I'm on is a cuckoo stuff that the women are on, and that's why I have no problem with getting them. So you might want to get like me. You know what I'm saying? It's an energy. When I felt like I was, like kind of closed off because I didn't want to give her alimony, I held myself back. Now that she can't get nothing, papers are signed, I'm not holding back. And I'm single. You know what I'm saying? You never seen me like this. So the energy's going to be different. It's not that I've changed. It's just now that I can finally be completely myself. You got to move in silence. You never let your right hand know what your left hand is doing. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, y'all, appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Get ready for the takeover. And I believe Leo season is right around the corner. What a coinky dink. Blessings. And we're winning, y'all. Winning. We got going on here. Does farting bring back karma? Is that a woman? We gotta get that in there really good. Hey, what's going on, James? What's going on, Noam? I can really tell him. Absolutely, man. It's about the energy, bro. I was kind of capping myself. I'm gonna stop wearing shades as much too. I was kind of like covering myself because, listen, man, if she would have seen me doing really well, if I'd have busted in some big ass house, she said, "Oh, he's back working again. Yep, he's making over 200K. Get him." No, 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 no. I'm gonna be looking broke as a joke. I don't give a damn what they saying about me online. As a matter of fact, I hope everybody talks bad about me. That way she really feels like I'm broke and things work out. You see, divine protection works a lot of different ways. Do you think it's kind of strange that that woman ended up getting pregnant within a year with all the calculation that she did, throughout the entire marriage, before the marriage, to get me acting away and scripting that whole exit strategy by saying her mom had a heart attack and needed stents and she'd be gone for a week or so, would be back within a month, and then file taxes and claim me and my son so she'd have a bunch of money while she was. You think she did all that to mess up? No, 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 no. Why do you think that she's like, I don't want nothing? I want my last name back, and I don't want that land, and she's getting away from the karma that's hitting her stinking ass. That's why I don't say nothing about her. You sit back and let God deal with it. When they say that, let God deal with it. I ain't even slept with nobody since her. I wanted to rebuild. My mind was right. I'm rebuilding. You're not only getting it in wild, you're having a child before you decide to sign divorce. Listen, that woman moves differently. She moves. I ain't gonna talk too much. All I know is this: when you leave a chosen one, we leave a dent. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to get over us, and it's hard to find part of us in somebody else. It's hard. Or have you doing wild shit? Have you doing wild shit? Bro, she thought she was some dude. The way she set it up, I even told her before she left. I was like, yo, we were driving back home. I'll never forget it. And there was a car wash by our house. and she was arguing with me, starting a fight like she kept doing, because she was starting the fights to justify the cheating that she planned on doing. She wanted to get me mad enough so I could say some stuff. So when she cheated, she wouldn't think twice about it. I never did. I just kept telling her I love her. I knew what she was doing. God let me see, and I told her. I'm like, I pulled over and I said, "Listen, this your mom is having a heart attack thing is a lie." See, my mom, I left when we were dating in 2016 because my mom had a heart attack, and I was gone for a month to South Carolina while I had to be there when my mom passed away, while they had her, in the hospital, cut wide open, all these pipes and everything going in her. And then my dad was too tore up to do the eulogy. So I had to go down there and I had to speak at the eulogy that I didn't plan for. I didn't have nothing. So I had to come up with stuff. I had everybody in tears in there, God, I got so everybody's so motivated. My brother got up there and spoke after me or whatever. But she used that. I seen it when she said, "Oh, my mom had." It's like, "Your mom had a heart attack. You got to go." I was like, "Oh no, you using." So I just peeped game. I told her, I said, "You're leaving. You're going to use the fact that your mom had a heart attack, which is the same reason why I left. You said you're going to be gone for a week. I've never heard anybody go through open heart surgery and be back on their feet within a week." And then she messed up when she said that her mother was getting the surgery done by the same people that work on the president. Now, I never told y'all that her mother was extremely jealous of the fact that I work for the White House. So I put those two things together. I'm like, oh, that narc ego just can't let things go. It don't think right. So you just put, and I just told her, I said, "You're using that, which what I did, and I'm gonna let you go because you had to let me go, and you're gonna cheat because I'm not gonna lie to you. After my mom passed away, I did. I didn't really cheat on her. I broke up with her. I just wanted to live and be with my family at that time. And I ended up going back up there to her because she was acting like she couldn't live without me. Couldn't live without the money, more likely. So I should have been with my family after that, and I didn't. I went back up there when I broke up with her because she said that she can't live without me, and how are her and her son gonna. So when she did that to me, then turn around and try to use what I actually had to go through and witness my mother passing away, which everybody's close to their mom. My mom was a saint. So you're going to use that against me to get up out of the relationship when you could just say that you're done. But if she says she's done, if I go back to work, then she can't get alimony. What are you trying to do every month? Asking me to go back to work? Just go back to work. Go back to work. Like I'm trying to start a business. That's how it works. I got plenty of money coming in, still making over 50K. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't that 120. Ain't that 120. So she gonna just make up this whole thing. I told her, you're gonna go upstate. You're gonna say you're gonna be gone for a week. You're gonna be gone 30 plus days the same way I was. And the same way you considered me cheating, you're gonna cheat. But even though we were only together for 3 years, boyfriend and girlfriend, and my mom actually passed away, you're gonna do it while we're married. And I've sacrificed everything. I'm not gonna let you come back. She did it anyway. She knew she was wrong because the entire ride to the airport, she didn't say a word to me, and her son faked sleeping the entire 45 minutes. I had to sit there in complete silence because the woman knew she was about to go upstate and do me dirty with my own money. You know what I'm saying? When she claimed me on her taxes. So, when you do dirt like that, and somebody just says, "Hey, listen, it is what it is. I'm walking away," and then she jumps in my comments and on my live streams and try to trigger me, her and her family, for months afterwards, like as if I did something wrong. It's crazy stuff, man. People do crazy stuff. There's gonna be karma for that. There's just gonna be karma for that. So I just did what I needed to do. Get away, heal, let it go. It is not that serious. If you want to go, go. Go. But you got to remember, she just left. No alimony. You know what I did to test her too? After she tried to come back, because I told her, don't come back. After week 3, I'm like, do not come back. It's done. I know you're getting them cheeks clapped. You talking? She was talking reckless. She was bringing up me cheating from the first couple of years. we were together, even though she did too. And I was like, oh, this is, guilty people do stuff when they're dogging you out so bad that they got to bring up old stuff. I'm like, oh, you get in up there. Like, oh, like I start telling her, like, I'll come back. You got dick on the breath. Like, stop talking to me. Stop calling me. Like, you got dick on the breath, man. I always tell a chick that's been really getting her throat worked out, man. I'm like, you got dick on the breath, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got a sore throat or something, man. Your voice is gone, man. Come on. And gagging on some. Come on. You know what I mean? So I told her don't come back. God told me she's gonna pop up, put everything in the back of my truck. Less than a week later, she pops up in a cab. I'm like, you can take a cab here? Why you gonna take a cab to the airport? You let me drive you. Like, okay. And then she gets out the cab with this diabolical look on her. I was like, I don't know this person. And she walks out. Here's a phone in her hand like this. And she has somebody on it, I guess, to make sure that she didn't get hurt or whatever. She assumed I was gonna do something wild. And she still showed up anyway. And all I said to her was, hey, you broke my heart. Walk out the door. That's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? As a man, you got to think things through. She was going 36 days. I guess she thought I was missing her. No, I was getting over her. I was like, all right, well, I ain't taking no woman back. I don't take no woman back that's been getting, throat work from some other male other than me. And no, you have no use for me at that point. I don't need some dude's leftovers. See, a guy will try to see a guy that can't compete with you. He'll get back at you by doing some stuff with your girl, right? And if you got a weak one, then dude will like run her over and be like, yeah, I had his girl. He ain't nobody. You ain't gonna do that. No, you ain't gonna do me like that. I don't carry myself like that. I don't let women carry me like that. I don't let nobody. You got a problem with me? You can't troll me. You can't try to get at me through, um, mental warfare, through word magic. You know what I'm saying? Through dumbass videos, trying to have subliminals. You got to be in my presence. You have to be in my presence. You have to talk that mean game in my presence. Other than that, I don't care. I don't care about anything. So what you guys got to understand, man, is when God gives you the vision to see, you can ignore it. I could have ignored all this stuff in the signs, right? I didn't. And I predicted that before she left. She said, I swear to you, I'll be gone just a week. I said, you're going to be gone 30 days because I was gone 30 days. You're going to do the same thing and then you're going to come back. And if I let her stay, guess what she would have said? When your mother passed away, you was gone for 30 days. So she was going to do that. I didn't let her get the opportunity. I rolled out. She walked in, I rolled out. So she was calling me and cussing me out and everything, trying to get me to let her speak to me. She was calling my dad, working him, talking about I'm gonna sell that land that we got together if he don't. And I'm just like, I'm just trying to leave. I'm just trying to leave. Let you go where you want to be at. And she just when they get figured out, they flip out in this weird way. That's why I moved to the side of the mountain because she knew my dad's address. I didn't want her showing up and acting up and giving my dad some type of heart. You know what I'm saying? He's older. So, and she'll pop up. So I moved over here. That's why you never see my house in the background. Because, she's weird like that. You know what I'm saying? She's weird like that. She asked my lawyer for my address. She asked me for my address in January. Asked my dad for my address. Why you want my address for? I'm going to talk about female abuse. Dude, there's no such thing in this country as this. If just me talking about this will probably get my video flagged. Like there's no room in this country for how women can do you dirty for no reason. I didn't do nothing wrong to that woman. I was trying to create a business so that we didn't have to work anymore and our kids would never have to work ever again. That's all I was doing. And if I didn't do this, I would have had a cheater that I didn't know was cheating on me while I was working those 10-hour shifts as an engineer. I'm working 10-hour shifts as an engineer. What do you think she was doing? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? The same thing that she did to get pregnant less than a year after we separated. So, brother, I'm telling you, they claim they have intuition. Maybe they do on picking the kind of guy that they might want to be with, but you have intuition letting you know when they're like weirdos. You know what I'm saying? Like, pay attention to the signs. If you start seeing stuff that shows you that she's turned on you, let her go, man. I was not one time throughout that whole process was I like, oh man, what am I gonna do without her? I'm like, nah, man. When I met that chick, I ain't even gonna talk bad. I'm just gonna say I can make another one. I'm not concerned. I didn't do it to get back at her. I did it to save my sanity. But to women, I'm gonna be real. It's one of the most cruel things to them whenever you just walk away like that. But I'm not one. I'm not them. They're used to letting Pookies and Ray Rays do that to them and come back if the dude is like talking a good game and lay the pipe down. There ain't nothing that woman can give me I haven't already had from her. So why some new skill that you learned from the other dudes after me? What can you possibly bring to me? Nothing. I don't think back on whatever we did like I can't have that same experience with another woman. That's crazy. I taught you everything that you know. Like that's crazy. You know what I mean? And truth be told, a lot of women that do bold stuff like that and are wild like that and get it in with a lot of dudes like that, they're not that great in the bedroom, man. They're like shy and shit like that. So I'm just gonna be real. They're really not. So I mean, the best thing about it is, as a guy, women don't understand this, and I'm just being raw. Men love women differently. We have to love you differently, right? Our love is unconditional because if we love like y'all under conditions, we would never stop cheating. We would never stop cheating because the drive to get some new box is so strong. You have to really be disciplined and really love your woman to stay at home. Because when you are with someone, that's when women offer it the most. So, you're doing all of this and that to keep it at home and keep yourself strong, man. So if a woman cheats, it's over, man. It's over. It is hard as a guy not to cheat. It's hard, man. Yeah, the box can be whatever, right? Your box from your old lady can be whatever. But you done had her in every. I'm not talking nothing about my ex right now. This ain't got nothing to do with my ex. This is in general. Any ex I've had, any woman you've been with. I'm not lying. I don't care who she is. If she don't have great personality and you don't love her, or you don't just love her and you're trying to, man, you want to get some different box. You're gonna want to get some different box. You have to be really disciplined. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, shout out to the dudes that are loyal out there. And shout out to the ones that aren't. It's hard, man. It's hard, man. It's hard because you know that you're built to do more, and you're over here with one woman, and you don't even know what that woman's doing. And most of them nowadays are getting it in. You know what I mean? Um, where is she from? Is she from like Thailand or the Philippines or one of those countries where they kind of need a good man to come in their life and help them and their family out? Otherwise, no. I would say not. Any Western country, no. She's gonna have a local boyfriend too. Work husband or whatever they Texas? Hell no. Hell no. Texas? No, 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 no. Oh man. It's called the Longhorn State for a reason, brother. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, don't be on playing around out there, man. No. Try to get close to her. She can get close to you if you're serious about it. You're not gonna be able to FaceTime enough. As soon as that camera goes out, the phone goes off with you, oh boy, sliding from around the corner. I know you want to believe and trust them, but you can't trust them, man. They're having so many options thrown at them. You have to be a good woman with morals and values and raised right, and most of them aren't. So, but just try to work. If she's trying to work her way to getting to you instead of the distance staying the same, then she's good. If she's not, then you need to bounce. Treat it like what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah, you got to be within 30 minutes, man. You got to be within a time frame of she butt dials you, you hear her moaning, you can get there before dude gets away. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be no states away, she butt dial you and he's smashing the cheeks and you just, sitting there on the other end crying, punching the air. So I should have known better. I should have known better. She was too fine. I'm telling you, dude, just don't even trust them, man. Just assume they're gonna cheat. If they really like you, they're going to be hitting you up all the time. I had a chick, a really good one. I messed that up. But she was trying to move to me. And then I was like, nah, I don't want you moving too close. So she moved to the state that my family lived at, like, from California or something like that. Like, she was determined to get to me. And she was moving too fast. I'm like, oh, she's trying to get married. I know the type. I was running, man. I started running. She was chasing me down. I had to break up with her. I broke that girl's heart too, man. It was better than cheating on her. I'm telling you, ain't nothing worse than getting cheated on. I'm telling you, at least I can still contact that woman if I wanted to, even though I broke her heart. Man, if I cheated on her and all the work she was doing to get to me, man, please. People don't believe in that stuff no more. They think cheating's okay, and you have no moral value as a woman if you're out here letting everybody get to it. Man, you don't care about yourself. And be like a man that has wealth and continuously loses it over and over and over and over and over, and doesn't, ever learn that lesson. You know what I mean? It's just, what are you wasting it for? They don't care. Nerd girls be getting it into, bro. They don't really be nerds. I'm gonna do the best I can. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt, but we're in a society where they reward women for being more trifling and ratchet, and they gotta have a good moral compass to not. And if they're not ratchet and out there doing a bunch of stuff, before I go, they're studying men too much. They're studying men way too much. They're studying the good guys they like and they never approach because they want the guy to approach. But it's 2024 with all the things that have come out. And then they overly analyze the dudes that they want. Put them on a pedestal to nitpick at little stuff and be like, oh, that's why I don't like them. Whatever. Self-eliminating, self-sabotaging, right? Because they have a fear of rejection and they fear they don't qualify for them. You know what I mean? So it helps them cope better. And that's just facts, man. That's facts. But anyway, y'all, I'm going to get off of here, get some food going on, and then I'll be back on here doing a podcast. I appreciate you guys. Love and light. I'm your brother, and I'm out.